how to process and visualize your goals so that you actually achieve them. It's end of the year, it's time to reflect on the previous year, but also to set up goals for the next year. Today I have for you 3 ways how to visualize your goals so that you maximize your chance of actually achieving them next year. One is great for visual people, one is amazing for competitive minds, and another one is great for organizers and planners. However, I think mix and match might be the way to go, because the more ways how you can visualize your goals, the higher the chance is that you are actually going to achieve them. Number 1, the big ass calendar. This one is from Jesse Itzler. If you haven't read his book, Living with a Seal, go and read it. You're going to laugh a ton, but you're also going to be really motivating in conquering anything. But we're here to talk about his big ass calendar. What it is, it's basically a huge calendar that you put up on your wall, and it shows you all the days of the year. You can visualize the whole year in front of you. Of course, the secret is how you work with it. Jesse is using few things that he is incorporating in setting up his year or planning his year. One is Misogi. Misogi is a Japanese ritual. I think Jesse might have tweaked it a little bit, but how he defines it is one year defining goal that you set up for yourself at the beginning of the year, that if you achieve, you're not going to be only proud of it at the end of that year, but also when you're 80. So something really big, so that you can look back and be like, 2026 was the year that I whatever. It can be something like starting a new business, doing Ironman, writing a book, whatever, some kind of a really big bucket list item that you're really going to be proud of if you achieve it. Jesse also has what he calls the Kevin's rule. That's a rule that every 8 weeks you are going to plan into your calendar, into your year, a new mini adventure, something that you have never done before. It doesn't need to be expensive, it just needs to be something you've never done before, so that you're exposed to new things. At the end of the year, you will have 6 memorable events that you have done during that year. And then you're going to put into the calendar all the things that are really important to you. Ski trips, holidays, vacations, trips to see family, races, competitions, whatever, so that you plan at the beginning of the year, the whole year, and then you just kind of follow what you planned, so that you know that in your year you have things that you really want to do, you want to achieve, and all the other stuff, the life stuff or all the work, kind of needs to slot in wherever there is space in your already planned year. Another thing that Jesse recommends is to introduce a new habit every quarter, so that you have 3 months to work on one habit, and then you introduce a new habit 3 months later, and so on and so on. At the end of the year, you have 4 new habits. I think the big ass calendar is a great way to visualize your whole year, especially if you want to focus on doing experiences and living with intention and not just being part of the hamster wheel. Second way how you can visualize your goal works really well for competitive minds like mine, and that is a bingo card. It works really well for medium-sized goals, and if you have more of them. How it works is you take a paper, you create 4x4 square grid or 3x3, and in each square you put down one of your goals. Then you hang it somewhere where you see it, and each time you achieve a goal, you cross it off. And the goal, of course, is to achieve and cross off all of those goals on your bingo card. However, you have to be a little bit careful about how you formulate your goals here. You don't want to say, I would like to go to gym 3 times a week, because then you get sick in January, and then basically you can't really achieve bingo at the end of the year because of that. So when you are thinking about how to write down the goals, it should be in a way so that you still have a chance to achieve it later on if something unexpected happens, or if you maybe get a little bit lazy at some point during the year. So for example, you might write down the number of visits, or you would like to run 500 kilometers, you would like to read 12 books, you would like to attend handstand workshop, you would like to visit Italy, whatever it is, you write it down. My advice would be to maybe include 1 or 2 goals that you know you could achieve already in January, so you get the momentum going from the beginning of the year. And the third way is a vision board. Vision board is great for people that like to visualize things. How it works is you think about your goal and then you find a picture that represents that goal, you cut it out and you stick it on a board, and then you have a beautiful board full of pictures that represent your goals. You hang it somewhere where you see it, where you spend a lot of time, or where you are likely to take action towards those goals, and then you work on it. I think it's a great way to also do with your family. If you have family, if you have kids, and you would like for them to be part of goals, especially if you have some family goals, I think it's a great exercise, and you also get a little bit of accountability in there if it's maybe your goals only, or if you do ask, for example, your partner to help you with your vision board. I think it's great because when we no longer live alone and we have some goals, it usually has some kind of impact on the people that we live with. So if you have kids and family and you would like to learn a new language, you're probably likely to spend every day a bit of time learning that new language, which means that your partner might need to look after kids during that time, for example. Or you might not be able to spend as much time together as you did maybe the previous year. Those are my 3 ways how to visualize goals. If you have any other ways how you do it, please let me know down below. And if you are struggling with actually achieving your goals, I have plenty of videos on my channel that will be helpful. I especially recommend my review of the Atomic Habits book. It's a great video that gives a lot of actionable items and helps you really get into the habit of doing things, and that then helps you achieving your goals. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked it. If you did, please like the video, subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!